So hello everyone and welcome to today's FL Studio tutorial. So today we're going to do a full overview of FL Studio for beginners. If you're starting out as a producer or you're an artist and you want a quick overview on how to use FL Studio for the first time, I got you covered. So right here, as you can see, it's file right from the beginning. So this is where you create a new project from basic 808 limiter or new template, or you open a file that's an empty file like this. We have a loaded empty file opened, which is actually a simple starting point. So secondly, what you're gonna do is you will see a bunch of things. This is where you save. Control S, you save a project if you saved it previously, but if you want to save for the first time, for example, this is the first project we are starting, what you're gonna do is do a save as, and you'll save as a 2. Done saving. So next time you want to save, hit Control S, or you come here and save. You import MIDI. This is an export, and these are a bunch of my projects that I've been working on. This is edit, and you'll see something like undo, cut, copy, more plugins. This is where you find your installed plugins or third-party plugins. So you go to more plugins. So you see here, these are a bunch of plugins. Add more plugins here. A lot of plugins you can add. This is where you find your pods, where you have named the patterns, the pianos, and you'll see that as we move on. And this is the piano roll. This is the playlist where you add this is the playlist here where you add your patterns to make music. This is a volume meter. Here on options we have MIDI, we have audio settings. You can do general settings here, audio settings. You can set your ASIO, the interface, and you can do project signature here. You can set 3/4 or 4/4 is the common project signature. We have part. This will play anything that is on the channel rack, and this will play anything that is on the playlist. This is pause and play. This is playback, pause and play. This is record, or you can hit R on your keyboard. This is a BPM. You can increase the BPM of the project right here. You see the metronome is going a bit fast. 169, 1 something. Right here, this is the metronome to turn it on and off. This is start on input. This is actually a countdown. When you're recording something, it will count 1, 2, 3, and then starts recording 1, 2, 3. And then we'll start recording. That's a countdown. Piano, typing keyboard. For example, if you load file here, let's say we load FL keys right here, you can play it directly from your keyboard. I'm using my typing keyboard to play this directly, or you can enable a MIDI to play it directly, or you can play it on the piano roll. Auto scrolling and stuff, project signature 1/4 or 4/4 patterns. If we name this pattern as, for example, these let's say chords, and you have to select a random color there, it will appear there. You will have it here, and you will play something and it will show up here. And then next, playlist. This is where you normally drag a lot of your samples. You have a beat, you drag it right there. Right here, this is the piano roll. This is where you make notes. Just put notes all over to make a song. This is called a channel rack. This is where all the patterns will appear, their respective routing to the master. And also, this is a browser where you find a bunch of sounds. You find a lot, like a lot. You find kicks, you find a lot of stuff. Here you find a lot of stuff. This is where you find most of your sounds. This is actually a project picker. We don't normally use it, and this is a plugin picker. This you can pick it directly from the other side. These are extra stuff that we don't normally. This closing and stuff. So straight to what we are doing right here for the basics. We're gonna start by chords. First thing you're gonna do is select a suitable BPM for your project. You turn on. Let's go with 180. I think that's okay. You will go double time or half time. You will select the key. In our case, we do a trap song right now, but it depends on the mood. I'm gonna go with C sharp minor natural. That's the key. Go into the pattern itself, and we have FL key selected, and we're gonna come up with the chords. So we'll select the key here again, select minor natural. There's a C sharp. And the good thing with FL Studio, you don't need to know music theory for you to make chords right here. This is the good thing with FL Studio. So you have to do is to go here and generate chord progression. It will generate a chord progression for you. can change. If you don't like it, you can change the mood and say, let's say we have melancholic. Yeah, we like that. Then we have our chords laid down, despite the fact that we don't even know music theory. So we have the chords. You have to do some tweaks. Firstly, this is FL keys. You want to change the sound. I normally do the harshness down like that. And you turn down the velocity. See, the piano is okay. Using stack plugins for the first time. And you have the chords laid down. Okay, we're gonna come up with a melody, and mostly what I normally do here is you just select all this by hitting this select tool, and this is a bunch of tools that you have to know. This is a pencil, it's used to highlight. A paint, where you paint stuff. For example, you want to paint this. Yeah, exactly. This is a delete, you want to delete with that. This is a mute, you can mute this, it turns gray. And this is a sleep. If you have an audio, you can move the audio back and forth inside if you've trimmed it. And this is a cut, you can split this into a half. And this is a select tool, so this is where you select all this stuff. And this is actually a play right there, a preview. This is a playback. So those are the tools that we are using right here. So if you want to go to the piano, you can double click there and we go right direct to the piano roll. So let's make the beat. So what you're gonna do is turn these chords, and then you're gonna copy them and then move them up an octave by clicking Control and up like that. And we are going to make a melody. So making a melody is actually not hard. You're gonna pick something like you're gonna use these root chords to make something here. I'm gonna lay down a melody here and something like this. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna lay that right there. I'm gonna lay that right there. It takes a bit time. And then this one we should be different. We do something like this, close there, so close. Right there, that's actually done. So what you're gonna do is select all like this, and then Alt R to randomize the velocity like that. You hear the sound somehow natural, the starting point somehow, so that they don't sound robotic. So you have your chords. So we're gonna route this directly to mixer insert 1. And right here, if you see, we're gonna go to the channel rack. This is where you put your samples. So we're gonna bring it here, right here. So we're gonna rename it. These are chords. Yeah, we're gonna rename that. We're gonna go select the same color that is right here. What you're gonna do is you go in, change color to this, then you hit Control C, and then you're gonna come here and change color, and then you're gonna hit Control V, and then you will have your color saved right there. Create the top melody. For example, let's go to the upper octave. So we're gonna pick this main chords. We normally use the main chords to make any melody. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go an upper octave, and then we're gonna start creating from here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do something like this. So we have that setup. So we're gonna split this. This will split it to raise bass, and this on the middle will split it to a pad, something like a pad. And this right here, this the middle, will split it to synth, and then we'll do an up here. We'll set it to an up. We'll create a pad right here. Name, we'll do this as a pad. Set a random color. Add, it is a pad. So this is a pad. It's like a patcher. Use patcher. You'll go to presets right here, and you go to leads, pads. So this chord, this is the chord we need to make that pad. So copy everything right here. We hit copy, and then we'll go to the pad section, and then we will make sure that we are on the pad. Explore, that's right there, and we're gonna go inside the piano roll and paste everything. Change the pad. Let's just choose another different pad. We use like there is a cinematic. You go to strings. We do cinematic strings. This will go to channel 2. We will route it to channel 2. Channel 2 to reduce the volume. Yeah, like that. Add our melody. What we're gonna do is set a melody right there, and then choose a random color. And by choosing that random color, we have to copy it because we'll use it when routing all this stuff. So you have to copy it, and then melody, and we will drag and drop here, and then we're gonna name this then accept that. So this is a melody. We already have the melody. All we have to do is to load FL keys, and this will be our melody. Remember the first tricks we did. So we're gonna turn down the harshness, and then we're gonna turn down the velocity right there, and then we're gonna copy the same melody right here, this melody. So we're gonna hit copy, then we're gonna come here and select FL keys 2, and then we're gonna paste the melody, and then we're gonna delete it. So we're just replacing stuff that we made, brainstorming at the first time. Right there. And then we have to do an up, something like an up. We're gonna do an up, and then we're gonna select a random color, rename an up color, and we're gonna do this as a like gray. We have everything right here. So this melody is supposed to be on channel 3. see it has routed itself to channel 3, and you're gonna go to channel rack and then put it on 3. It's on melody. Now we're gonna go to flex, and we're gonna pick an up, something like an up. So up, we're gonna hear this. I think that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go in here, and then we are going to copy all this, copy that, and then come here to knob, and then paste them here. We are going to delete everything here, just because we have already used that, so we don't need it here. We're just separating the sounds. We're gonna route it to mixer track, insert 4. Gonna hit C, and then we're gonna take it to 4, and this is too loud, so we are going to reduce it. And then now we're left with this. We're gonna add a Reese bass right here, add something like a Reese bass, and then we will choose a random color, and then accept. We're gonna put a Reese bass right here on the 3rd slot, and then we're gonna name it as a Reese bass. And there's a color now to avoid, and we are going to use now the browser to pick a Reese bass, some Reese airway bass. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna use that Reese bass. I'm gonna add the Reese bass right here, and then we're gonna pick these chords, the lower chords. I'm gonna hit C, and then we are going to add these chords right next to the Reese bass. So the Reese bass right there, and then you're gonna go in, and then now we're gonna add those chords right there. Something you have to notice with the Reese bass is that it keeps on playing. So what you're gonna do is mute these, and now you don't need them to play. The Reese bass needs some tweaking, so you're gonna hit cut itself, and you're gonna go inside the sampler itself, and then go to this part and enable the envelope. Turn this straight to the beginning, or slightly, yeah, and then this all the way down, all the way to the other side, and bring this down, and bring this down. So the moment we stop it, the Reese bass is moving exactly the way the chords are moving, and wherever you stop it. We're gonna go inside the Reese bass. This is the Reese bass, and we are going to bring it up. Bring this Reese bass up. So you select all, and then you bring it by Control and Shift up. So we have to change the Reese bass. That Reese bass is not good. So it's all about here. Let's try this. I think that's okay. Now we're gonna go into drums. So the next time I come here, I'll talk about drums. How do you add drums to these thing that we have made? This is a trap. Just search here. FL Studio is that clap is okay. So we're gonna go and add a clap. Drag this clap and put it right here. Drag this straight to the main, and then you open the piano roll, and then you roll roll the clap. We're gonna do a C sharp. You tune it because we are on the C sharp major. Copy all and then duplicate it to the next. And we're gonna route it. Assign channel 5. This is a random name. This is a clap. And then a random color there. A snare. You got a snare right here. Snare. We'll pick a snare. Add this. This is okay. So you have to come here and then open the playlist, the browser, and then pick that snare. Roll the snare. So this snare, you're gonna push it right to the left. You're gonna pan it slightly 45 to the left, and then the other one you're gonna pan it slightly 45 to the right. So close that. That one is okay. So we're gonna add this right here, and we're gonna go to bring this hi-hat right down here. I'm gonna go to fill each 2 steps and then duplicate it to its respective. So it's a simple hi-hat. You're not doing too much. We are going to randomize the velocity somehow, thing like that. We're gonna hit okay. So we're gonna add some kicks. One kick. So we'll do something like a kick right here. Search for a kick, and then that one is okay. And we're gonna pick this kick and drag it here. Yeah. And then the kick will obviously go to 9. And then we'll bring it here. And then we have to rename this as kick. And then we have to select a random color, and then we have to route it to 9. And then we are going to roll that kick. You have the kick right there. You're gonna hit save. So we're gonna put the velocity up, all the way up for the kick. Airway coming in. The airway always follows the root notes. So we're gonna pick these root notes. We're gonna create an 808. The 808 right here. So we're gonna do 808. I like that. I'm gonna drag this here. We're gonna drag this, will be on 10. I think at this point we have done the arrow weight is the last thing we're gonna add. I'll rename this arrow weight, and then we're gonna turn off the raise bass to just lay down the arrow weight. We're gonna turn down the raise bass. So we're gonna use the root notes to lay down the arrow weight. These are root notes. So we have a C sharp, a G, an A, So instead of cramming this stuff, we'll copy this. We can go to C5. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start with the first these chords, and as long as we have them right here, it's easy for us to deal with them on the mixer. Start here and do an EQ. So we're gonna cut some lows right here. So you're gonna select a high pass, and then you're gonna set it to order to step 8 and take all the lows and deep here. And because we want it to be somehow dark, so we're gonna take the low pass right there, bring there, and we're gonna add a fruity reverb, a stark one, fruity reverb too. This is actually enough. This should be spacious. You can do this, and you can split this. After doing that, you're gonna take it down, and then we're gonna go to the next thing. That's a pad. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna EQ the pad. The pad doesn't have much going on. And the pad is okay. And then we're gonna go to the melody. For the up, this needs much to be done here. So we're gonna add some reverb to it, and flood a lot of reverb to this. And the raise bass, we don't have much with the raise bass right there going on. Then you have to structure. It depends on how you want the song to start. So normally I duplicate all this. You duplicate to the minutes you like the song to go for. For example, this is actually 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes, okay. And then we're gonna start structuring now the song. The arrow should go out. An audio right there, you will go and right click here and then go to audio track and go to mixer 10 and name this vocal. If you have your mic turned on, you will just hit this and insert one. Hey, hello. See the mic is the exact mic I'm using. So it has some slight delay. If you have it off, just try to hum some melodies. Then after that, you will hit record up here, like that. Listen. So right here, what you only need to do is to add a riser. This one. The final beats. Take a listen. Ice, go. export, you just come in and go to export. You export as wave, then you hit mp3 if you want mp3 to be exported, and then all this is the maximum float. This is the maximum float. Then you're gonna hit enable insert effect and enable master effects, and then you're gonna hit start. Exactly, to show you this is the final bit and you have your wave. So if you want your vocals mastered, your beats done, you can comment below and I will do that.